All right. Now you saw me how I could get that up and running with a couple of pieces of fat wood, right? It looked like a real dumpster fire. Anyway, so this is the third video of the day, and you know, since we don't have snowstorms like this all the time, you know, 1968, 1978, roughly 78, 79, those were big storms, deep, feet deep, right? So it's not all the time that you have, you know, 3 or 4 feet snow. There are places in the world you get even deeper than that. Plus, after the plows get done plowing, it's serious stuff. Anyway, yeah, I can remember some doozies over the years when I was young. You know, real deep stuff, jumping out of the second story window and, you know, the snow and stuff like that. Lots of fun. Well, anyway, I didn't let the fat wood all burn up. I just threw it in the snow, and I'm gonna dust it off because fat wood is waterproof. You know, I'll just knock the snow off and stick it back in my kit. Right? Can always use it again. And of course, I got the knives here, and I got to get the siege stove put away. Yeah, so that's one thing about the siege stove is that, you know, ain't a lot of processing with that. And you can use it anytime. You know, it's just a stove that's easy to manipulate, especially somebody like me who's had frostbitten hands a couple times. Easy for me to manipulate and use in a winter environment, and so on. Just so easy. Bush Buddy's really nice. It's very cool. I like it a lot. But, you know, it's very small. It's a little bit more time to get stuff together for it, if you have to. You know, there's some preparation. You know, there's more preparation. There would be even less preparation with the siege stove if I used one of the taller IKEA containers, you know. But this is fine, and it's kind of like my apocalypse stove, you know. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get all this mess wrapped up, and then I'm going back in for a bit. I got to keep an eye on the snow because I'm still gonna have to judge about when I should start snow blowing. Either I'm going to snow blow tonight, okay, and I'll use my yellow glasses, or I will do it tomorrow. Either or, you know, at some point I'm going to start snow blowing, but yeah. So yeah, have you some gloves, you know, for dexterity, and some gloves for trekking, like, you know, the trigger mitts, you know. Yeah. Alright, guys. Let me get my old self up here. Yeah. By the way, shameless plug for, you know, some of my favorite people out there. If you're not on that list, contact me with a patch. We'll see if I'll put it on. Alright, guys, I will catch you later. Have a good storm. Oh yeah.